Okay, first and foremost, I wish to apologize for the uploading late, and very much so. I know I said I'd upload it earlier. However, circumstances arose. I think, unfortunately, I'm going to be on the brink of COVID. I can no longer actually taste anything, so that's been fun. So why don't we do this? It's going to be a shorter video, but still hopefully as in-depth as before. You can see we have a plethora of artifacts out here. And this is just a short amount of what actually exists in my collection, which I need to get through as well. So let's look. First of all, I want to show you this. It is the NRCS each region projectile point identification. That does not include all the points that you can possibly come across. However, going through this and apologies, and looking at this, there are a couple ones that are very interesting to me, including this one or this one. I'm not sure yet. It could be either one of those, which I'll show you at the end here. But one thing is for sure, I have found this one in my collection, which I sadly don't have here because I already bagged it and tagged it, but maybe I can bring that out next time. So we have that for sure. Now, not a lot of the other collections in here actually date much earlier, like this. You'll see a couple of these when I show you today. But I highly recommend, if you are interested in any of this, trying to figure out what kind of projectile you may have stumbled upon, I highly recommend this. Now, I'm going to state very early on that, once again, there is a lot of things that are projectiles, but are not necessarily known, just simply because of the fact that each tribe had its own culture, each tribe had its own ways of doing things. That's not to say that there's not similarities, though. However, after working on lithic flaking debitage, I have found that many of these elements have a lot of common. Sorry, I just knocked my beer over, which is great. A lot of common elements that can tie them all together. Our next video will be on spear points, which I'm having a much harder time trying to identify. But you can clearly see this spear point here. Now, what's interesting is you can actually take a spear point. So let's look at this spear point, for example. We kind of understand it already. And this is one of the nice ones I've found. It's really well done. Nice and jagged. It has the third line here. Again, no tip, really. Unfortunately, that broke off. Just like most projectiles, you'll see that kind of stuff breaks off. But you can see here, it has a nice elongated base to it. So you could easily tie any type of sinew, whatever it is, to the object with the stick, basically, well, which would be your shaft. And then you would have thrown this. Now, again, I will talk about this later, but it's called an atlatl. And what it does is it allows you to throw a projectile that is far larger, and throw that projectile at, let's see if I can find another one here, a good one. Okay, I'll take the one I was gonna show you guys later. So you can take a large projectile such as this one, which is quite a beautiful one. Serrated on both sides. It definitely has a little wearing. That's why I'm still working on getting this stuff off, because you want to go slow with removing these things. But so I have large hands. So to give you an idea, though, if you look at today and you're looking at something, that is 8 inches from here to here. So you have a pretty large spear point. But to actually throw these, you would, I mean, you could throw them normally, but trust me, I've done this, it doesn't work very well. However, an atlatl is a different thing altogether. When we get to that point with spears, I'm going to show you what an atlatl is. It sounds like it's made up. It is not. At first, when I heard about it, at my field school dig in Nebraska, I thought it was a joke, but it is a true thing. And essentially what it is it's basically a long, let's say, this is a terrible way of showing it. Well, here's a better way. So it's essentially a long stick, and be much longer than this, maybe 3 times as long. So, and then when you get to the other side, on this side, you normally, with sinew, wrap a small rock here, so you can place the spear shaft into that. And then what happens is, so you have the feathers on it to guide it. When you throw it, basically this adds a whole bunch more power to your toss. So basically, when I was in field school, we went out to this place called Hudson, Maine. If you get a chance to go there, I highly recommend you do so. But you can try an atlatl for yourself. I'm trying to make one in the process at the moment, but like I said, it is a little bit time consuming to get it actually correct. Native Americans were much better at that stuff than we were. Okay, now I've talked enough about other things, but in Hudson, Maine, sorry, great people, and it is the site of, basically, you're looking at, there was about 300 or so bison that were found there, dead, and there's no cliffs around, nothing. So people are having a hard time understanding what happened there, because no human can do that without, no tribe could have done that without some kind of, any kind of, trying to box them in, because there's no canyon. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Some people are saying, well, they were locked in because of snow. Others are saying that, oh, well, it actually had to do more with the fact that there was a smaller cliff there, and they were able to trap them in. Well, I've been there. You'll be able to see all of these bones, many different tool types. In particular, you will see a lot of scrapers, thumbnail scrapers. On the bones, there's scrapes. Like I said, most of the things you find, so this is basically an ulu. So you can cut with it. You can cut off the meat from bones. So there you go. You have a lot of things like that. And so most things you find, just take a look at it, because they may look like a spear point, like this one. It's not. You can see on this side, it's nice and flat and soft. So you just hold it there, and you have a better idea. You have a nice point here in case you need to, go in a little further, and then all the way down, you have serrations here. Once again, knives you will find the most of. Okay, enough craziness. Oh, I do want to show you guys this. It was next to an object about 10 inches, 11 inches down. I doubt it's anything, but at the same time, there's a part of me that says don't throw it away. I do see, the bites of an animal on it. You can clearly see that. However, I'm going to look at this closer, because it actually could be marks from a tool, a knife, like we were just talking about. And there might be punches here. Again, I'm not certain yet. This could have been used in a multitude of ways. If this is what indeed something, it could have been a bone spear. It could have been something like jewelry. It could have been a, I can't think of the name of it right now, which is driving me crazy. Anyway, it has the ability to be a lot of things. And so let's start going through stuff here. Okay, so we know we have a bunch of stuff, such as, I will start going through arrowheads with you. We have one here, which you can see is basically a kind of diamond looking arrowhead. You can see the different colors. the different mineral types in there. I am pulling out the book right now to show you which one this is, because I have looked at it before. Sorry again for how terrible this video quality is, but I'm going to show it to you here in a second. I apologize greatly. You guys are probably like, wow, this is such a terrible video. And it is. Like I said, I'm not feeling great, and I apologize for that. So I'm just, having issues. So anyway, so what we have, and we're going to find a lot of Baker's Creek middle and late woodland periods from 150 to 600 AD. And then, so I'm going to show you guys the how this one's a very easy one to see. This is Lavana late woodland period, AD 700 to 1200. It has this triangular shape, as you can see. Very, very, very similar. So there you go. There's a good line up there. It's basically a triangle with a concave base. So boom, we got one here. Now let's continue. And I know of another one off the bat, which is this one right here. And then we have another one which is broken off the top, but I think we can still identify it. But I will show you this one now. Probably should have marked pages or something like this to make this a bit easier, but hey, you get to look at cool things on the table, I guess. Sorry, this is so unprofessional. Again, I'm really not feeling great, so I am so sorry for this. Anyway, though, okay. So now this one is right here. Oops. It's hard to make it. Okay. So this one, it's hard to see at night, but there are spikes all over this. It's cut like crazy. It is missing the bottom. But it is just full of these serrations like that. The whole thing is full of them. I wish I could show it in a better manner, but I can't. It is, if you felt it, you would definitely look at that. And that is, so that's a Kirk serrated early Archaic period from 69 to 6000. Comes at a variety of lengths. Well, you can read, sorry. Moving on. So let's look at a couple other ones before I end this. Now, this one is interesting. You think it's nothing, you would not go by and pick this up, thinking it's something important. However, I believe this has been suffering a lot of wear, and I'll show you what I believe this actually is. It's a very interesting very type. If I can find it again, apologies. At least you get to see the points. And I'm going to turn this at the end so you guys can kind of see what I just dropped it. Fantastic. I'm going to show you guys this at the end so you can get a better idea of what to look for, Jen in particular. So here I'm going to put this here. And you can see the bottom part. Now this is all broken on this side. However, I think you could kind of see the shape and what's going on there. There is a slight amount of, just a slight amount of, actually, I would say so. It's got these, so yeah, you can clearly see where it's broken here. You can clearly see where it's not. It has serrations on this side. So, okay, moving on. I'm trying to make this quick. I'm sorry, guys. And maybe I'll just go through these and you guys can make your own assumptions on this, as I will also add the recording of the actual book and what's in it, and we'll discuss that. So I can make that another video right away, so you'll be able to see that. But let's see. Let's look at a couple other ones real quick and see if we can find them. I found out that a lot of them, oh, this is one is hopefully I can show you guys. That's going to be kind of, it's going to take a little bit of time to understand, but I believe, if I'm correct, which I think I am, I could be completely wrong. Very, very wrong. So, but I want you guys to look at this. This right here, okay? It may look like absolutely nothing. Now, again, to give you a general example, there we go. It's a little under 7 inches. This may look like absolutely nothing. However, this is heavily serrated on this side. You can see here, this movement up, where you got this kind of base and then it moves down. You also have a little bit of serration here, not very much. The main place is here. Now, remember, this has been sitting in the ground for a very, very long time. Let me show you what I think it is. Okay, we're getting there. Oops. Oh, I passed it, sorry. Okay, so, where'd it go? Okay, here. It can either be this one, the Cumberland Point. It looks too big to me, so that's why I went back to this one. But I just can't believe myself when I actually say this one, because unfortunately it does match her profile. Now to say that's the be-all, it's not. Of course not. But do you see, this is the thing that where we start to get very interesting and very technical. There is this slope right here, this kind of concave ending to it. And you can clearly see that. And it's not severe, just like this one's not severe. Now there are a ton of variations on the top, both sides, extremely amount, just like that, and just extreme amounts of it, just do. And you can see the shape is actually quite similar to how it's going up. Like I said, this has been in here a long time. So it's not going to look like, it was not protected, so it's not going to look like this necessarily. If this is true, I'd be shocked. This is something I'll be taking to my local museum to have them look at. But because you can see that a Clovis Paleo period is insanely early. But the thing that really has caught my eye is this. This is the thing that's caught my eye, and kind of a similar shape, but this is the big deal. And then you can see the serrations a little bit on this side, just a little. So that one's a big deal. That one I took out from a bag for you guys, just to make you guys feel, you know, like you get to see something cool, which you do. You get to see some really cool things. So, and then you start running into, I'm sorry, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly here, just because of the simple fact I got on too late. And I was just trying to make a quick video for you guys, and I made a mistake. I made it too slow, and yeah. And that's my fault, and I apologize significantly for that. So there's a lot going on with these, and I think, you know, you'll find, ouch, sorry, I just got bit by a mosquito. I've been trying to line things up for a while, trying to see what aligns, what doesn't. This one, I'm pretty sure is this. And again, you have to keep it into account. See how it fades inwards? And then at the base here, it has this little nook, just like here, a nook. On this side, it doesn't have that. So this one may be that one. I'm not quite sure again. It has a lot of bumps here, and it's a triangular blade with a corner notch. So it actually has a corner notch, triangular. We have that, but it's not as nice as what I was hoping to look for. Now, let's see if I can find one more that we would be interested in, guys. Let's take a look at this guy. I haven't seen a look at this guy yet. So you can clearly see here, I hope it's not too dark, guys. This is a terrible video. I apologize so much. There's a nook here and a small nook here. yeah, right there. You can actually feel where most likely the sinew went over this. Again, it's serrated on all sides, and you can see it has a third element right here, so there's 3 of them. But this is the main side. I think I can find this one, so hold on 1 second while I go through this. I'm going to show you this so you can know where to download it in case you want to find better objects. Jen, I know you're on the East Coast, I believe you said. So you can look at that on the East Coast and try to maybe get a better idea of basically get a better idea of what you're looking for. Okay, so it's not this one because the hooks come back. And then, so we already have that one. Not yet. And then not yet on this one either. So we're getting into the realm. I think we're close here. No, we already have that one. Apologies, this is terrible, terrible video. Okay, now, I'm pretty sure if you look at this one, this is it. It has, like I said, the little notch here, a little notch here, and then it has 2 little bump outs. So it has the 2 little bump outs in the very bottom, which is very hard to see, but yeah, they are there. Then it has 1 on the side, and then 1 on this side. As well as the simple fact that, again, size-wise, it's almost identical. So this is the Rokoi early archaic. And it's well-developed shoulders with a deeply, so well-developed shoulders are here, and you can really kind of pick up on the shoulders very easily. They both have, I mean, there you go. That's a good example right there. How it's been moved in, and you can clearly see that distinction right there. So, and then at the base, you have this little thing. At this base, you have the same element. So, that one, I believe, is also a match. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I am sorry. I apologize so much. This was a terrible video. I promise I'll do a better one. Like I said, though, I think I'm coming down with COVID. It doesn't mean I can't make videos, but... and I want to take you guys down there where I can actually show you where to find artifacts. I'm going to give a big shout out here to the NRCS Each Region Projectile Point Identification Guide. And it's from the Mid-Atlantic Resource Team, the ROT. And yeah, so they did a great job with this. Again, this is not all the projectiles you're going to find. This is more East Coast. Okay, so we'll close that up. Just as a teaser for next time, I'm going to show you 2 things. Well, more than 2 things. One is this guy right here. Now, this is a spear, and or, depending on how we look at this and as much research as I can possibly do, has a possibility of being a hatchet / war club. We'll have to take a look at that. I do have a really beautiful war club that I will bring out next time and show you that. Here is another great example of what would have been a war club or axe. You can see how massive it is. It has a point here. It's getting dark. Sorry. The point here. And then it has, on the rear side, has another kind of point / darker area that would, God, I don't know what is wrong with how I'm doing this. Turn up the brightness a little bit so you could see how this is. It's not a spear, it's way too heavy. But you could wrap this right here, and then you could have this either as the ability to work as a hand axe, because this side is not serrated, nothing. The rest of this whole thing is serrated right there, except for this part, which is like more of a hammer. Okay, so that's a little glimpse of next time, as well as this thing coming up right here. This thing might change everything for us with this whole dig. This right here is very, very interesting. It's not perfect by any means, but if you look up Clovis Point, and if you see, this is about 7 inches, and you can see how symmetrical it is. So look up Clovis points, and you'll see kind of what I'm talking about. This may not be it. This could be a core. There's a lot of ideas that this could be, but this one really caught my eye. It is serrated on all sides, and so this is something that is very interesting. I'll be showing you guys a lot of interesting things, including this, which is also incredibly sharp on all sides, but would make a great, it would make a great hand axe, as you can see. So boom. So okay guys, that's how I'll leave it. Jen, I hope this video was adequate. I know it was kind of crap, but I'm gonna go lay down, get some sleep, and hopefully I'll make another video, because this was garbage. I'm so sorry. But I want to show you guys later how the relationship between different artifacts and how you can see that. So okay, I wish you guys all well who saw this. I apologize, it was a garbage video. I will see you next time. This is Toothpick Archaeologist, and I'm out. And love you guys for watching. If you like, share, subscribe, I'd appreciate it a lot. So I'm not a big channel. I'm not trying to get monetized. I just kind of want to show people what's out there. Okay, I forgot to do this one, but screw it. That would be another day. Okay, love you guys, and take care.